How's the audio? Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, big box for sure. Yeah, this is the what is it? The extra large or the large flat rate box. Let's see here. What's this? That backwards. Probably hearing an echo now. There's a lot of cameras on. No, that's that's I got this package today. Can't wait to open it. It's gonna be fun. It's quite large. It's not necessarily packaged well. Sorry for the shaky cam. Alright. Where to start? It's a kit that's never been put together. Never heard of this company either. Let's see. Are we getting a little bit of a hint of the type of cars I've been buying? Anniversary cars. That's cool. Some of them are vintage, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So my previous unboxing, I bought 17 cars, and most of them were anniversary cars, a couple of undecorated. And I bought this from a friend of that fella's. They obviously talked. I purchased the guy's lot, and then this fella said, "Well, I'm selling some stuff. Why don't you contact him, see if he's interested?" So I ended up buying this lot as well. P&R 40th, Seattle, 1988. I'm not familiar with P&R. I'm assuming it's something like the NMRA shows or something, anniversary stuff. This is an oldie too. Hey Jerry, how are you? Just going through a mail day opening. Boy, $2.49. Wow. Oh, look at that. I almost bought this off of eBay. Model Railroader magazine, silver anniversary. That's pretty cool. Wow. That's something, $2.49. Yeah, they're pretty cool boxcars. What else we got? Discover Rail 92, Columbus, Ohio. Another anniversary car. I wonder. Sorry for the wiggly wiggly. More Roundhouse. High Cube boxcar. LA Bicentennial. Oh, come on. Don't you hate it when the box is too tight? Oh, come on. There we go. Well, that's pretty cool. Roundhouse logo. Well, that's different. Still on the sprue. Happy New Millennium 2000. Yeah, that is cool. Wish I could get this to focus a little better. I guess it wants to be about there. Well, I never seen that one before. That's interesting. Robbins Rails Inc. Valhalla, New York. Interesting. Limited run. Karsten's Publishing. 50-foot PS1 boxcar. Railroad Model Craftsman. These little stickers just about coming off. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I believe I actually have this car. Another roundhouse. P&R 40th. Oh. Well, now I got two of those. Well, that's cool. I don't need two of them. Accurate Finishing Inc. Custom data created. Astrorail 89, 1989 National Convention, Houston, Texas. Car 65 of 800. Well, that's pretty cool. This has got not molded in ladders or separate ladders and everything. That's not so bad. Oh, here's some instructions. (1987) NMRA. Well, that's cool. Full steam to Eugene. Very cool. Ooh, Walthers. 89 Great Plains Express, 6th Division Regina Convention car. Okay. Very cool. I've not seen one like that before. So that's Western Canada's division of the NMRA. Model Railroader magazine. Boxcar. Oh, this one I almost bought as well. I'm glad I got this one. That's pretty cool. 60th anniversary. I'm glad I held out instead of buying these individually off of eBay. NMRA National Convention, San Mateo. I'm not sure if that's different. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Western Fun 81. That's really sharp. San Mateo, California. I like that. That's cool. Edmonton Hobby Golden Spike Anniversary Car. Oh, yeah, I think I got a couple of these. Yeah, I'll probably be selling this. .40-foot modern boxcar, MDC 50th anniversary, $6.50. Roundhouse. Very cool. So back in 1988, 87, 88, 89, whatever, $6.50 for a boxcar kit. I think we're getting down there, last few. What do we got here? Made in the USA, Columbia Georgia Express, 1994 NMR Convention, wood chip gondola. There's really nothing to the box. Come Explorer in 1984. Oh, Model Power. What's it say? Winnipeg. 51-foot cylindrical hopper. Railway Jamboree 83. Winnipeg, Canada, 1983 NMRA Convention. Pretty chunky, obviously typical Model Power stuff. But it's an anniversary car. It's pretty cool. I didn't know Model Power did stuff like that. That's a first for me. Just a couple more. Oh. What's it say here? No, it's not what it is. Roadrunner Division NMRA 81. I see you there. I'm trying to figure out how you pronounce Tsar Udo? Eastern Rail Fan Productions? That's different. Where's the Tsar Udo come from? Is that your name or? The Pittsburgh Limited, NMRA 1990 National Convention, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, that's a cool logo. On a rather plain boxcar. Alright. I think that's it. Let me just double check. Yes, just a couple of pieces of foam. So, what did I get? Da, 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 3 high. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 kits. Yeah. Not bad. All under $200 shipped. So, pretty pleased for that. I think shipping included, it was 180 bucks, 185 Canadian. Sure. Yeah. Some pretty cool stuff. And there they all are. I've had a little guy watching me. I'm gonna see if I can move the camera here. Sorry for the wigglies. Yeah. He's been sitting there for a few minutes. Yeah. Well, yeah. Under 10 bucks is very good for unbuilt kits, and I don't know if you've caught up with other videos or anything, Jerry. I kind of get onto the NMRA kick, as you can see, anniversaries and convention cars. But I bought the 1985 NMRA anniversary train sets that they put out. Rivarossi did the coaches, and Athearn did some locomotives. And they also did Atherton also did a freight train set, and that'll be coming up in some future videos, because I'd like to get that all upgraded and working before my train show in October. And then I also bought another NMRA anniversary train set, which was their headquarters train set that they put out in 1980. And AHM Rivarossi did the coaches again, but it was a Rivarossi AHM Pacific locomotive, steam locomotive. So I got that as well. So I also picked up Concours 1985 anniversary switcher locomotives, as well as Concours NMRA headquarters, which is a model kit of the headquarters, the building. Which, when I do build my layout, I'm going to have a little area with a spur or something, small industry off of my layout to kind of manage an MRA train. Something a little different compared to just prototypical or freelance stuff. It'll be kind of just an NMRA homage. So, yeah. What I will do now is I've got to relocate these. Let's see. Give me a minute. I'm going to make a couple trips. Alright, now I have to get reacquainted with the project. Hey, Caboose. Hope everybody's having a good evening. So this is a project I've had for a very long time, and I've been just kind of procrastinating on it. It's a friend of mine's IHC, what is it, a Mikado? I think it is, yeah. And the original motor, it's just a typical 3-pole motor. Mystic, hey, how are ya? and it just took a lot of amps to get this thing even just to start. So I picked up a couple of motors from eBay, and these are Roco open frame motors, but they don't pull too much current, and they're 5-pole skew wound. So, and it kind of fits reasonably well. I took the flywheel off, but I have it just kind of placed in here now, but I gotta come up with a mount so it doesn't rotate when it torques. But I have the decoder installed in the tender with the Soundtraxx wiring harness. This is the other end of the harness here, which will go into the locomotive. But I guess I gotta install an LED in the tender. And try to finish this up. Yeah. Yep, HO scale. I put an N scale Locksound 5 decoder in it just to reduce space usage and whatnot. I also I installed tender wipers. They were completely off. That's not focusing. There we go. Can I? There. So we're trying to get as much electric conductivity as possible. So yeah, good times. Now, the smart people at Soundtraxx, when they developed this lovely harness, all the solder pads here are great, which is fine, but to hide the harness wiring, they used all black wire. So I had to come up with a wiring diagram to make sure I do it right the same way every time, because I use the same wiring harnesses for my President's Choice Mahano installs. Alright, let's see what I gotta do here. We've got the LED, a resistor. Let's make sure my LED works. It's been a while. Ooh, she's bright. So this is a 3mm LED that's been, it's not round on the top, it's flat. So, yeah, you have to do some cheat sheets with the all black wiring, that's for sure. I do not have a Blue Box SD45 shell. I may know someone who has an undecorated one, possibly. Who was it that was asking about installing the coupler wires, or coupler springs on one of the streams? I can't remember whose stream it was. Was it Trackside Mike's? Anyway, this is the tool you can get from KD. It's kind of got a flattened end on one end. See if that'll focus. Yeah, so this little flat end, it's got a little dimple at the very tip. And with those coupler springs, you can kind of slide that little dimple in the rounds of the spring, and then you can manhandle it into the coupler, pushing it in one side and then sliding it into another, and then letting it out. And I gotta actually put a spring in this for my friend. And the round tip I don't use very often. That might be either for uncoupling or for other types of springs. Oh, my name's Holly. No worries. I chose my YouTube handle in homage to the first train shop that I used to frequent in New Brunswick. Quispamsis, New Brunswick, actually. It was called the Side Tracks, or no, sorry, the Train Tracks with 2X. And of course, I didn't want to copy it completely, so, you know, this hobby is to get your mind sidetracked off of real life and enjoy it, so that's part of the reason why I chose that. John, that's great. Glad to get your name. Nice to meet you as well. Okay. I just got to get my head on straight here. Yeah, so you definitely need a shell to cover all that up and finish it off. What was the original make? Was it an Athearn? Was it a Atlas or something? Or would you just try to retrofit? Because the fellow that I know that has a lot of bits and pieces and undecorated shells and whatnot, it would be an old Athearn Blue Box SD45 shell that he might have. here's a neat little thing. If anybody's interested, I bought this off of AliExpress maybe, or Temu. I can't remember now which one. Let me just hold this up behind it. I had to file the bottom down because there was not much gap, but this is an excellent I guess gear puller or flywheel remover, axle pusher. I only paid a couple bucks for it. Okay, so yeah, Saturn. I can see what I can do to track down a shell for you. As I said, I know someone. I actually bought some locomotives from this fella, and I saw a lot of his what he had for sale. He's got a lot of he buys lots at auction, and yeah, he resells them if he doesn't use them. Yeah, gear puller. Yeah, I bought a couple of different ones, but they didn't work so well. Like that one's pretty narrow for a flywheel, but it had a nice plate which did slide under the between the motor and the flywheel, but it didn't work out so well. So get the wider one, and as I said, I ended up filing it down. As you can see, I removed the black, but it worked out very well. I was pleased. Wow. Okay. For the most part, any locomotive can be converted to DCC. N-scale it's just a space thing for the most part. The biggest thing with the biggest thing is if it's a good runner on DC, it'll be a good runner on DCC. And then of course you have to, if it's old, I would recommend checking the stall currents and stuff like that to make sure they don't pull too many amps. I'm not sure what N-scale does pull on a stall current on average, but I've seen HO scale push over 2 amps on stall. Yeah, Caboose, if you want, I do believe I have my email on my YouTube about page. Send me your name and address, and I'll see what I can do to track down an SD45 shell for you, and I'll let you know. I'll contact my buddy there in Dartmouth and see if he has one. Another friend of mine will be buying some other stuff from this guy, and they're supposed to meet up, and I might just get him to grab it for me for you. Back to the N scale locos. Early ones, I would assume, probably weren't designed to receive drop-in decoders, so you'd probably have to hardwire them. And if they were, and it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the old N scale were split chassis designs, so you'd have to isolate the motor from the chassis. There's a fair bit that needs to be done, but as long as there's space, and if there's not enough space, you can always cut out some of the weight. You know, function needs to happen, and you may lose some of the performance to make it function in DCC. Even in HO scale, if they fill up the shell with a lot of weight and don't give you enough space for decoders and resistor or capacitors and speakers, you gotta cut out a few grams or ounces of weight to make it work. I usually don't concern myself. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, for sure. We can make something work. I'm assuming undecorated for the shell was fine. You can paint it and whatnot. You're not looking for a specific road name or anything like that for the shell. So one of the silly things I did was I soldered the blue wire to the board, forgetting that I needed to wire up the Okay, cool. I'll make note of that right now. I'll let you know Alright, just made a note of that P.O. box for you. And yeah, in a day or so I should find out. With luck I might even have it in hand before the, if he's got one, by the end of the weekend. Okay, so I think the easiest thing, instead of trying to solder onto that tiny little pad, probably can't quite see it, but yeah, let's use this as a pointer, I guess. This pad right here is where the blue is, and it's a tiny little pad. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to snip that wire, splice into it. Yeah, unfortunately, the majority of his road names, I believe, are Canadian roads. Canadian Pacific, Canadian National, anything that he has that's painted factory, Ontario Northland and stuff like that. Other than rolling stock, I don't think he'd have Rio Grande, Southern Pacific, or Cotton Belt. Yeah, no, probably not. So yeah, I'll. I'm. He's got a lot of undecorated stuff, so I'm sure. I'm sure we can find something. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Um, my name is Holly Whitaker. Oh well, thanks for stopping by, Andy. I appreciate it. You take it easy and feel better. Well, I I have a brass locomotive that I need to get painted. It's in its brass color right now. It's Van Hobbies, and it's called a Jubilee. It's a 444, specifically made for the Canadian Pacific Railroad back in the 30s, mid to late 30s, and it's a cute little locomotive. It's like a baby brother or sister to the Royal Hudson. They called it a Jubilee, and I actually just bought a painted version of it, but I want to get the one that I have painted to match in just a different number and have two. Let's see. I gotta clean this place up some. No. Well, that will do. I think. I think. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, that's good. Geez, that's awfully big. Maybe I need something smaller. All right. Thanks a lot, John. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I guess I don't need that right now. Don't need you right in the way right now. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Crappy old soldering iron. Nice and toasty now. Well, this isn't the usual stuff that I use. Where's that at? Oh, there it is. Silly me. Okay. Probably don't need it that hot. Try not to burn the wires. Just like that. Tin tin. Massachusetts. No, I have never been. I think the farthest down I've got was to New Hampshire. Unfortunately. Used to go to Maine a lot when I was a kid. There was a lot of that cross-border shopping and all that stuff, and we actually had I had an aunt that camped down in Maine. She and my uncle had a camper and it was a, what do you call them, a annual camper. I'm just trying to think. I was there's a potential function, annual function that goes on. It's like a trade show, and it's usually in the United States for my work, and it's called the BCMC, Building Component. I can't remember now. Something convention, machinery convention maybe, building component machinery convention, and oh, I'm trying to think. Is it Ohio that it's in this year? I can't remember now. I'd have to look it up. Needless to say, I'm trying to convince my my employer. Actually, my managers and stuff are all for it. I just got to make sure that the owner's on board, and then we can go and see some equipment, and see what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong with my my company. Alrighty. How long have we been on? A little over an hour. That's not so bad. Is there anybody else on tonight? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Usually somebody's on Wednesday, isn't it? Trackside Wednesday or something? Let's see if it'll do. I just love how the solder paste wicks the solder onto the wire. It's so cool. Come on. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. So I had mentioned to Dave Scott Rails that I will do decoder install live. This isn't really the one I wanted to start with, but oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that. That's cool. Yes, I'm that shaky. I don't drink coffee, but man, oh man, I like my monsters. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm not liking that. There, let's do this. Just thought I could get away without using this, but I guess I'll need it. Of course, now the wire's bent the way I don't want it to be. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Do I want to keep this short or long? So my method is with the blue and the yellow wire connected to the LED. I will mount the LED. You'll see here, this light, there's actually a square hole on the inside. You can't see it there, but and I will mount the LED pointing upward through that square hole to illuminate that crystal to have a really nice bright backup light. I just need to make sure I have enough wire slack if there needs to be any sort of maintenance. We don't have to disconnect the wires or anything. I think we got this made. Yeah, I think we can make this work. We'll just cut these in half. this way. Yeah, why not? Why the heck not? Keep the whole thing, I guess. Why not? See, I didn't get small enough. Oh, I lost my connection. Did I lose anybody? My computer said I lost connection. I may have to just throw a little piece of tape or something on that to hold it. Because it's not big enough, or it's not small enough. Alright, look at that. What am I going to do? What to do, what to do. I'll bend it, and that'll be that. Alright. Now, How do I get that to stay? That works. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're still here, Zaruto. Just let's see here. I got a LED. Show you what I've been kind of up to. Go. So I put some double-sided foam tape just to kind of hold the LED ends in place. The LED kind of rotated. I'm gonna probably use a little bit of tape on top and some blue tack to kind of conceal the light so it doesn't bleed downward. Let's see. Just regular Scotch tape maybe, just to kind of hold it there. So I'm banking on the Scotch tape sticky side, getting a boost from the double-sided foam tape. That's pretty good. And this little ball. Oh, maybe not. Well, thanks. It's a friend of mine's locomotive, so I've had it for way too long. And yeah, I need to get it off my plate so I can move on to others. This will be kind of a series. Once I finish this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or more locomotives to do decoder installs. Probably have too much in there, but that'll do. Dare I try it? Not yet. No, not yet. Let me just show you what I did here. Move that out of the way. So that's it. So in a nutshell, that's ready to be completely done and installed. I'm just going to leave that loose right. I gotta tape everything down, but as you can see, a crap ton of room. But what I intend to do is I'll probably drill some small holes in the coal bunker to help amplify the sound to escape. And the next live, maybe, or I might just do it myself, is this. Let's get this here, and then we'll do this here. So my buddy's got the light lens for the door, so hopefully he can install that, but I'll have an LED run through there and then install the wire harness, mount the motor, and button it up and do some tests. Yeah, I'd like to have this completely done this weekend so I can move on and give it to him next week. But for me, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to sign off, and I appreciate everybody who popped by and said hi and participated in the chat. And it looks like maybe Wednesday I might do something like this on Wednesdays. All right. Yeah. And I'll definitely. I gotta send an email to my friend about that shell before I hit the